Ireland have just released their team for their upcoming game against Italy after a very disappointing loss to France last week. There's a lot of changes. We're going to be reacting to it together. But before we do, guys, if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. We're nearly at 1,000 subscribers, and honestly, all the Irish fan support has been absolutely awesome. I've really enjoyed making the videos about the Ireland team, and there's a lot of changes here, so let's get right into it. At number 1, they've gone for Jeremy Loughman. Number 2, Dan Sheehan. Number 3, Thomas Clarkson. Number 4, Joe McCarthy. Number 5, James Ryan. Number 6, Cormac Izuchukwu. I hope I said that right. Cormac Izuchukwu. Number 7, Caelan Doris and captain. Number 8, Jack Conan. So the forward packs actually had quite a few changes from last week. I mean, Thomas Clarkson comes in. Cormac Izuchukwu comes in at number 6. Caelan Doris moves to number 7. So that means both Josh van der Flier and Tide Burn out of the starting lineup. Very interesting, but I think they might have reasons for this, which we'll definitely see later on throughout the team selection. But I mean, that is a very good team. I think I'm really excited to see a guy like Cormac Izuchukwu. I almost thought Joe McCarthy might not be chosen this weekend. I thought they would have moved Tide Burn to lock, but I guess you have to give a guy an opportunity to bounce back from a poor performance. I think some of the players that didn't pitch up last week or just didn't have their finest outing will definitely bounce back, and it's going to be a really, really tough game for them to bounce back to, because Italy is on the up. It's going to be a very physical battle. So I think having a big forward pack like this is a really good choice against the Italy team that's going to come out firing. At number 9, they've gone for Craig Casey. Number 10, Sam Prendergast. Number 11, James Lowe. Number 12, Stuart McCloskey. Number 13, Gary Ringrose. Number 14, Robert Ballacoon. Number 15, Jamie Osborne. So quite a few changes in the backline as well. Very interesting to see them put a Munster scrum half with a Leinster fly half. Very interesting, and it's interesting to see Sam Prendergast gets another cap after last week's performance. I know a lot of fans are not going to be happy about that. I was one that said, I don't think he played too bad. I know his defense was horrible, but the amount of front football Ireland got, it was always going to be tough for any 9 or 10. With any 9 or 10 in the world would not have been able to be comfortable with their pack going backwards the way Ireland did. So hopefully this week Ireland can get more forward ball, more dominance, more game 9 advantage, because it will really help the number 9 and 10. I think I'm really excited to see Craig Casey get a start. I would have liked to see him get a start next to a guy like Jack Crowley, because they know each other so well, but this could be a big learning lesson for Craig Casey and Sam Prendergast. It could be an experiment that works out. Honestly, it could be. And I think at international level, it gets to a certain point where some combinations from club level, you don't have to keep them together anymore. You have to start looking for the best combinations for the national team. And it doesn't have to be the same combinations that they play at club level. So I'm really excited to see how that goes. I think if Sam Prendergast has a rough start, he might get pulled early, because then you have a guy like Jack Crowley who knows how to play with Craig Casey. And I think they'll be comfortable together anyways. At number 11, James Lowe comes back, and I think his kicking game will make a big difference. He's one of the best kicking wings in the world. He's been on a bit of a dip of form recently, but he is a very good and very experienced international winger. So I think he's going to really try bounce back and keep that 11 jersey as his, which it's been for the last however many years. I think 5 or 6 years he's been playing in the number 11 jersey. So I think last week not playing was a bit of a scare for him, and he's going to try really play his way back into securing that jersey. Keeping the centre the same with Stuart McCloskey and Gary Ringrose, I think that's a good choice. Once given the opportunity, Gary Ringrose was much better last week in open space. Once the forwards got some front foot ball, once he was given opportunity with ball in hand. I'm not sure he even had the ball at all in the first half, now that I think about it. Number 12, Stuart McCloskey, I think he was one of the more standout players last week. He's one of those guys, he's a big guy, he's really good with ball in hand, he's quite skillful. He'll always get over the advantage line, and I think Ireland need a guy like that right now. Number 14, Robert Ballacoon. I'm so excited to see this guy play. I think he's been absolutely awesome for Ulster. I think if when given the right opportunities, this guy can run really well off the inside or outside of a flyer for a fullback or for inside centre. He's really smart at working off his wing, and I can't wait to see this guy go. I think he's going to have an awesome game, and I really can't wait to see it. That's one of the selections I'm really happy to see as a non-Irish fan. Number 15, Jamie Osborne. I thought he was quite solid last week with what he was given. He was put under so much stress from Ireland. They were just pinning him back in the corners. The chase lines were good. Ireland just looked out of it, looked a bit more tired. They weren't chasing back as hard. Had a good 50-22, and I think he's going to try have a much better performance this week, or just at least have a much more smooth performance, because I don't know if Italy are going to put him under as much pressure as France did last week. The replacements, they've gone for Ronan Kelleher, Tom O'Toole, Tide Furlong makes his way back, Edwin Adogbo, Tide Byrne, Nick Timoney, Jamison Gibson Park, and Jack Crowley. That is a very strong bench for Ireland right there. I'm really happy with that bench as a neutral. I don't know, Ireland fans, do you agree or do you disagree with that? Do you think this bench is good? Let me in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think of the starting lineup. Who would you change? Who would you rather prefer to see? I mean, just straight off the bat, Tide Furlong's back. That's really good for this team, having a bit of an experienced anchor, a guy who's good at scrum time. One of those forwards who's actually really skillful in open play and actually helps the attack a lot. I think he's got a really high IQ for a prop, and he's a really important player in this team. Tom O'Toole gets an opportunity. I think I really like this guy. He's been really good recently at club level. Ronan Kelleher was really solid last week. I would have liked to see Tom Stewart get a cap, but I think there'll be a game in the Six Nations that he'll be able to play and get a cap in if they're going to try experiment throughout this tournament. There will be a game. Probably against Wales. Number 19, Edwin Adogbo. I'm really excited to see this guy go. I'd like to see him and Cormac Izuchukwu in the field at the same time. I think that would be really interesting to see. Maybe like both of them with a Joe McCarthy, Dan Sheehan, some of the younger guys in the team playing together. That would be really awesome. I think Tide Burn on the bench makes sense this week. I mean, bring a guy on with so much experience with Edwin Adogbo might make him feel more comfortable. I thought he wasn't that bad last week, Tide Burn. He's a really good player. In my opinion, he's probably the best island forward right now. Obviously, Dan Sheehan maybe as well, but I think Tide Burn is so underrated, and I think you can only learn a lot from him, and I think the forward pack that they have on the bench will really help a guy like Edwin Adogbo when he comes on. So I think, honestly, the best thing they could do with this forward pack is probably just clear the bench altogether in this game. Nick Timoney, number 21. A lot of people were saying he should start. I said he shouldn't start. I think he's been really good off the bench. And if you can have a guy that's comfortable off the bench, that's good in the bench, it really makes a difference. I mean, my team, South Africa, you have a guy like Kwagga Smith, Arges Neyman, guys that are really comfortable off the bench. Once they start getting more comfortable in their role, they start getting more confidence off the bench, they can really be game changers at the end of the game. Or if you have a good lead or a tight game, they won't affect the game in a negative way, only positive. So I think it's really smart to keep a guy like him on the bench. He's a very good player. Now, number 22 and number 23, Jamison Gibson Park and Jack Crowley. Jamison Gibson Park was not bad last week. His forward pack was not getting any gain line dominance, and playing as a scrum half like that, it is so difficult. I think him ending the game could be good because he's actually quite a good player in open play, and I think if the game does open up, there's more opportunities coming on with an explosive forward pack like this from the bench. It might just help him if he's asked from the sideline, go lift the pace of play, go play some good rugby, go play what you see. I think that suits Jamison Gibson Park a lot. He's a very good starter, but if Craig Casey can make it through the first 55, 60 minutes, gets him into a solid lead, a guy like Jamison Gibson Park can come on and just add to that and even just add extra. So I think that's a really good choice to still have him on the bench. I'd love to see Nathan Doak. I think he's going to be awesome when he comes and he actually does play. I would love to see him play, but I think he will get an opportunity, probably maybe against Wales in the Six Nations. I'd like to see him get an opportunity. Jack Crowley on the bench again. I think this would have been the perfect game to start him with Craig Casey, but obviously they're still trying to see something with Sam Prendergast. There's obviously something they see that we maybe don't, and maybe playing different club guys together from different combinations might just, I don't know, you might find something different. The Irish team might find something a lot different, and maybe Craig Casey with Sam Prendergast was the best combination all along, and maybe Jamison Gibson Park with Jack Crowley is the better combination. I think this is more of a test for Craig Casey and Sam Prendergast because I think they kind of know what they get from Gibson Park and Jack Crowley. So I think if things are not working out, if Italy are bullying them, if things just really aren't working out for Prendergast and Casey, then you can bring on a Gibson Park and a Crowley and they'll be just fine. They'll actually be really more than fine. They'll be very comfortable. They've played together, even on the World Cup, they've played together a lot of times before and they know each other really well. So I think that's probably a bit of a no-brainer decision to have. That's why playing Nathan Doak right now probably wasn't going to happen. I think there'll be opportunities for those other guys to play, but I mean, really excited to see the likes of a Cormac Izuchukwu, Kalen Doris number 7 is interesting. Jack Conan getting a start is going to be really good. I'm excited to see Craig Casey get a start alongside Sam Prendergast. I'm excited for Robert Balakoon. He is absolutely awesome. I'm equally just excited for Edwin Adogbo. I think this guy's got so much potential and he's going to really tear the house down. So I think they've chosen a really good team, a strong forward pack, a very strong bench with a mix of some good experienced players. So I think Ireland will bounce back this week. Whether they win, I don't know, but I will be doing my predictions and combined team in the preview video coming out probably later today, guys. If you do enjoy that, please don't forget to like and subscribe.